What's up? How's it going? Howdy. Riz, hello. Good evening? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm gonna keep it kind of simple tonight. I got on really late, had some stuff I had to handle after work, so I'm just gonna keep it really simple tonight. And hopefully it all goes very well. Just gonna kind of check. I know it says Blue Mage on there right now, and that's probably primarily what I'm gonna be for the most of the night. But I'm just curious what people got going on tonight. Honestly, I could probably, well, I don't know. The Rival Wings group's doing weekend events again, and I thought about trying to jump in on that, but it's probably far too late. We'll check out of curiosity for shits and gigs, why not? To see what it looks like. It says 8 minutes, maybe. In the small period of time it takes me to do this small little stretch of things, I'll check around, but we'll see. Mira, hello! How's it going, Mira? All caught up with Hildy? Nice. Satisfied with it? Did you like the Yojimbo trial? It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I want to get that barding so bad. That Choco barding. Oh yeah. Gold saucer. Maybe. Looks like there's a few people online in the group, so we'll see how it goes. So much fun? You want the barding too? You rolled a 62 once, didn't get it. Yeah, I haven't been lucky really either with it. Unfortunately. May not look good. It just moved up to 11 minutes. Once it gets so far into it, I'm not gonna wait on it any longer, and I'll just go back to the Blue Mage. I just really wanted to test it tonight. I haven't really had the chance to play it, really, in the last few weeks. So like it went dead on us. 80, not too great at all with that one. First time you rolled a non. Oh, a non. I thought you said 91 at first. Holy hell. That would be terrible. But I feel ya, that's about how my luck goes. 72! Well, there's a nice blunt way to tell me I don't have a jackpot. We'll try it. The random 6. 180. Not a good knot for MGP. At least that's the good thing about the mass carnival, you know, when I try to do some more of that. Really, there's no queues, so that's a good thing. Good quick 10,000. But I've got nothing else I can do here, so I'm gonna go ahead and travel to Ul'dah just to have everything ready for the Blue Mage. I'll probably end up switching over to that pretty soon. So what's everybody's plans for the weekend? Anybody got something cool going on? Oh, and Mira! Happy early birthday, just in case I don't get to see you again, and I hope your birthday weekend is amazing, Mira. Definitely hope it's amazing. Oh! There was a pop. Nice! I didn't expect it. I'm gonna go ahead and just change the title a little bit here. Good deal. Got a new TV recently. Yeah, I heard. Congrats on that as well. That's awesome. I thought about doing an episode of Arden this weekend. Like, it just came out, and it's like the last part of Final Fantasy 15, which is a good thing in my opinion. I love the game, but I mean, my goodness, they were stretching it out. But at the same time, it just, I don't know. I really want to play it, but at the same time, because it's Arden for one, but I'm so out of tune with the story right now. Like, I know everything that happens. I've played all the DLC. It's just, except for the fishing DLC. It's just, I don't know. Maybe I'll get to it. Maybe this weekend. Maybe we'll let the world forget about it, then come back with it one day just out of nowhere. Who knows? It really just kind of depends on everything I have going on this weekend, really. I definitely want to start running more of this. I'm going to try to be on probably a couple hours earlier tomorrow. That way I could do a few games of this this weekend. Try to get it out as much as I can. Try to get as many games as I can when I can. Mainly because, well, just, I hate those long stretches and I really want the other Magitech Avenger. Eight seconds till the game starts. 32-inch. Nice. Sounds awesome, Mira. I want this thing so bad. I've gotta get back to trying to get all the dogs. Like 4 behind. have more dogs. They're not that easily gotten, unfortunately. If only we could just get them brought when we wanted to. But then again, if we had to just... I don't know, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say we wouldn't have to work for it if they gave it all to us, but I mean, that'd be kind of awesome. Shit. Man, they're starting to take the lead quick. Uh-oh. Getting spicy. But we took it out. Nice. But they took one of ours out already as well, so it's not really like we've taken a lead. No, fuck. That was a close one. Too many of them. Man, they're hitting us hard. Nah, shit, I don't need to even do that. I can totally mech up. I almost got a mech, but it's all good. Steven, what's up? How are you this evening? Hopefully you're doing pretty well. Oh shit. I cast way too early. And I died. Man, he tore him to shreds. Oh my god, I'm trying to heal this god. He's too damn fast, you samurai. Oh my god. Oh. Do what I can while I can. You're okay? Trying to figure out what to do. I feel you. I know those feels all too well. Let's see if this Dark Knot tries some crazy shit. Good deal. I think we got it. We got something coming over there. I hate the latency that's on, like, the Brute Justice moves. It's pretty bad. Like, if you step in it the way it's fixed right now, as it's being cast, you'll get knocked back. Here lately, I've actually been wondering if they'll actually open Ostragalus back up. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Hidden Gorge, but I actually like Hidden Gorge better than Ostragalus, to be honest with you, but kind of miss playing Ostragalus. It's been a while. I feel like that really set the tone for running Rival Wings as well, if they actually had multiple maps to run instead of just one at a time, you know? Oh fuck, like that right there. That time, yeah, I could have counted it, really, you know. That was probably in it. No, that wasn't even, that was just like somebody's adrenaline rush. Fuck. I wish they made a PvP for Blue Mage only. That'd be kind of cool. It'd be interesting. Man, mid's getting fucking crazy. But we got 6 minutes left, and we're down to the cores. They do have the lead, though. A straight 47 to 23 lead. That was it. Nice, we won. Only had 1 kill. Not the greatest. But not the worst scores either. I took a shit ton of damage. See if I can ride it out. I'm going to try to ride this out as long as I can. I would really love that. So, this morning, I actually did some research about Mars. Brace yourself. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding about the research, but, yeah, apparently I'm not the only person who believes that a colony, or maybe well, I don't want to say that, like, anyway, life on Mars is, you know, loads of people believe there is or there isn't, you know. We've been talking about this a lot on the stream. If you're new here, sorry, it's about to get a little weird, but we've been talking about this for a few days now, so, kinda, all kinds of crazy shit for a few days. I love it, too. But there are other theories and scientists and hypotheses built upon the idea that there are people who live on Mars or life on Mars, and it is underground, like living possibly in the mantle, or maybe in some like structural caves and mountains. But like, I don't know. I wouldn't expect intelligent life to live in a cave, and we don't know if there would be intelligent life per se, obviously, but I'm gonna out on a limb and say that they probably are. Alright. I did not expect to even be able to get in that last game, but with not getting an instant pop to another one, kinda has me, skeptical is a good word for it at the moment. Totally could have used the Aetheryte crystals, but, I figured I'd just run there. Why not? I'm not doing anything anyway. Also, did you know that scientists can see into other solar systems? You probably knew that one. That one's not, you know, news. But if you didn't, they can. And let me tell you, they have found similar planets, much like Earth, that they believe to have life on them. How exciting is that? Some people probably don't care out there. Myself, I love hearing about it. Like, I love to research all this stuff. It's amazing that, you know, you would think it's the year 2019. We've been around for potentially billions. Well, I want to say millions, but I want to say also potentially billions, because we really don't know how long we've been around. We just theorize and hypothesize. That's all we can do. Carbon dating, which some of that's wrong now. That was the way. It really, I don't know. I honestly believe there's other life out there. I mean, it's just, to me, it's unfathomable to believe that there couldn't be other life out there, you know? That's like my biggest way of looking at it. We live in a huge universe. Technically speaking, they could live very advanced lives if they had to draw energy from the magma flowing inside the planet. That's true. That's true. See, this was my biggest theory with the whole Martian thing. Like, if there is Martians, I believe, you know, I talked about it a little bit last night, like, I straight up believe that they ditched the surface and just decided that living within the mantle in a pre-constructed, like right now, we have the ability to terraform, right? We have the ability to create facilities underground that people could live in. So that just makes me believe that if there was an advanced civilization, and I only believe that they would be advanced just because of, I don't know, I feel like that is the last, like, thing before you really have to ditch the planet, you know? It's like when you realize that it's so chaotic on the surface that you could live in the mantle, but you're going to lack a lot of things, and you're going to have to make a lot of artificial things, but it can be done. So I kind of feel like that's, like, the standpoint with me and Martians. If there are advanced life there, that's like the thing that they have probably done. And if they could draw energy from not only the sun, because we're having a lot of solar panel things now that, you know, is working pretty well for us these days, but if they could actually draw energy from the magma within the actual planet itself, which would also probably, you know, describe a lot of the barren wasteland that is, you know, the planet itself, the way it looks, or if they found a way to, like, just straight up change their whole irrigation system so the water doesn't flow above the surface but below, which would be fucking insane, but it's... I just thought of it. If I just thought of it, I believe it's fucking possible. And, yeah, there's a lot of theories behind Mars, and I love that. Also with just life out there, just in general, that excites me so much. Like, I mean, it's cool being a regular old human here on Earth doing our thing, but it's exciting to me to think that there is and could be and probably is other life out there. I would really love to know, like, the things that they probably think about. It's probably insane. I'd really love to see their tech as well, but who wouldn't? I'm gonna give me a quick sec. I'm gonna take a very quick restroom break, and I'll be right back. Hopefully this doesn't pop. If it does, you're gonna see me frantically run in here. And, you know, I'm not going to miss it. But I'll be right back. Man, I wonder how many people rage quit outside of that group that I was in. Right after we didn't get the pop. It is kind of possible now. Yeah, that is very true. There are hotels underwater now. How crazy is that? That there are hotels that you could go stay at underwater. There's actually hotels built in, like, us. Like, we humans can do a bunch of weird, crazy shit. So, like, that's why I think about that, like, from the level that I think upon. Just, like, if they're an advanced race, like, there's no telling the fathoms of things that they could probably do, you know? You think, oh, is it like the, what was it, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the prehistoric planet within our planet. It's like there's a whole nother world in the center. I can't remember what that's called. That's actually called something. It's like the whole Godzilla, King Kong thing. There's a possibility. You never know. Like, we've only been so deep when it comes to, like, how far we've gone into, like, the crust, the mantle, and everything of our Earth. So, like, here on the surface is the crust, and the, you know, the layer below us is the mantle. Well, I don't know, it's just crazy to think below the mantle, there's just so many mysteries that we don't know about. The city in Bioshock's actually possible. I believe that. The only thing that sucks about those places, like, it would be just like Bioshock, you know? Like, if it was like, think about how many years go by in Bioshock where there's just, like, nobody living there. So, like, think about how, like, the upkeep would be. And if you had a city underwater, the upkeep is gonna have to be prestige. Because there's gonna be so much pressure always pushing down on the facility that you're inside. So it's a really cool thought, but also a really scary thing to perceive. But it's possible for our future, you know? Like, there's 7 billion people in the world right now, so you can only imagine the innovative ways that we're gonna have in living. That's the one thing I like about the movie Ready Player One. I love that movie. If you haven't seen Ready Player One yet, see it, please, as soon as possible. This movie has the perfect image painted for our future ever. Like, basically, they start stacking, like, trailers upon each other. Like, mobile homes stacking them upon each other. Like, the rest of the world basically looks like either a crazy, crazy futuristic city or a giant junkyard with a lot of people living in, like, towers of trailers. Which I believe would probably eventually be a thing, you know? Like, 7 billion people in the world now, 2019. Let's just go 10 years ahead in the future. We're literally going to be probably about 9 billion people on this planet. Oddly enough, I feel like this planet's getting over fucking populated. I'm not saying anything should happen about it. Life is beautiful. We should regenerate. That's why, you know, that's literally half the purpose of humans being in existence. Repopulate. That's just kind of like all life. That's what you do. I get it. So it's gonna happen. It's inevitable. It's a beautiful thing, like I said, but at the exact same time, it's a super scary thing. Right now, you know, people aren't having, like, 4 to 9 children like they were, like, 50 years ago. 40, 50 years ago, give or take. People are having 1 or 2 and calling it quits. Sometimes 3. The occasional 4 if they have twins. And a lot of other countries, they feel as if they're possibly getting overpopulated, so they've lifted bans that they've had on childbirth and all kinds of things. But at the exact same time, we're still growing. Like, they may have slowed things down slightly, but we're still growing. So imagine 9 billion people in the world in just 10 years from now. Well, just add, you know, maybe another 10 to that 20 years from now. Think about that, you know, let's, like, fathom that, like, 9 billion people in 10 years. So in another 10 years after that, I would say we're pushing 12 to 13 billion people here on planet Earth. we are already in some areas running out of housing districts. So people have to move to another town, new places have to be built, land has to be bought, land has to be separated from owners, new highways have to be built, new cul-de-sacs have to be built, new jobs have to come up because of all that. That's a lot to take in and fathom. And a lot of jobs over time for people without, you know, proper education for some things are already being turned into jobs for AI or just some robot. Or even a computer that just doesn't need you anymore. It happens. Look at McDonald's. They fired like so many cashiers. You can literally straight up order off your phone. Just go in there, pick it up, and leave. And you don't even have to say, hey, bye, thank you. You should say thank you, but you don't even have to. Like, if you're socially awkward in this world, you're technically normal in this world now. Like, it's a weird thing, but just because there's so many people in the world. So, begin the purge. Our own ocean is mostly unexplored. Definitely some shit down there. I feel ya. I've actually been watching a lot of things, like the Mariana Trench, which I'll get into very briefly here in just a second. The Mariana Trench. Oh, man. It's one of my favorite places on the world because there's so many mysteries there. But not just there, but also right around, like, the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, I love those places. Like, these are places that there's so many mysteries around them. They're so great. An entire ocean or Earth's core. Maybe. It could be anything, really, in the core. We all naturally presume it's magma, just because, you know, the gravity that our Earth puts off, the magnetic pulls that we have and everything. So, and the pressure that is built up on Earth, not to mention volcanoes, which gets me back to Mariana's Trench, or the Mariana Trench. Loads of people think that right there is the closest area to our crust, if you will, in the Earth, but it's really not. There's places apparently in like Antarctica, you know, all the glacial ice areas. Under those glaciers is believed to be a whole mountain underwater, like big time shit. So yes, there are loads of places in the ocean that are completely unexplored, and loads of life in the ocean actually as well. Like I read a thing the other day that like I think it was a few years ago, like 4 years ago, when they did a study on the ocean to wonder how much of it that they actually have, you know, explored, and they said we've probably only explored 5 out of 95% of the ocean. So that's a big thing to fathom right there alone. What is the SCP Foundation? Honestly, I don't know. I feel like if I keep this research, I'm gonna hit a dead end where I'm just gonna have to, like, straight up bite the bullet and just go further my education under some scholars. I'm already getting close to that point. Like, I'm hitting dead ends that I don't want to hit. I'm telling you, life is an amazing thing, and humans are even more amazing. We may be destructive, scary at times, and ballsy, but let me tell you, we're also amazing. So many things that humans can do. It's fictional. That's probably a good thing. Did not realize there were so many people here, and I forgot I was on the blue side. I saw the red, and I was on the red team last time, so I was like, yeah, my crew's up here, and then I get up here, and there's a bunch of red people, and I'm on the blue team. Ah! I just want to leave, but my camera's going crazy because so many people are trying to fight me! God, that was fucking evil. Look it up one day. I'll look it up right now. SPC Foundation. SCP Foundation. Oh. Nah, I should have been smart and just looked it up over here. What the fuck? I like the idea, and I don't know. I don't know. See, that's the borderline of being on the lines of the things that I like to talk about and look up like this. There is a straight line that has to be drawn on what you will believe and what you won't believe, but also who the hell you're gonna talk to about it. Like, at my job, I've got like 2 people I can talk to about this seriously. 3 people, kinda, but really it's 2 people. And let me tell you, all the other people, like, even when I will look at you straight in the eyes and be like, this is not science fiction, this is not the future, all of this is possible now. They look at me and they're just like, yeah, you just need to go back and read another book or get another one of your science fiction mumbo jumbo diggly doggly doos out there. You need to figure something else out because that just ain't right, boy. You need to find Jesus. And I'm just like, oh God. That's the thing. That's the hard part about, like, the area that I live in. Religion is so prominent around here and so strict that even the belief of half the shit that I like to talk about, even though it's non-religious, religion gets thrown in there somehow. I'll be like, dude, we're about to colonize people on Mars. They're like, you need to find Jesus, boy. And I'm just like, what? How do you even think of Jesus in the Mars setting? Like, it's like literally going to McDonald's and say, you know what, I want Taco Bell. That is like turning on your TV to watch Animal Planet and expecting Cartoon Network. What? So I like the idea, but again, a lot of groups like that, if it were real, I know it's completely fake, but a lot of groups like that really get radical as well, just as people with strong religion-based things. The real reason I use the word radical is because these are the people that they don't seem usually as open-minded as they usually seem, and they will chase that one conspiracy theory that is 100% a conspiracy, not fact. Which is another reason why I like to use the term. I like to draw the line somewhere, because there's some things I choose to believe that, I mean, it's impossible not to believe in a sense, you know. But also, there are some things I choose to just kind of like not even think about. One of those things is government cover-ups. I know there's a lot of them, but if you really get down into government cover-ups, oh, you're going to be sorely disappointed in so many ways. And also, you're going to sound like the craziest person in the room, I promise. They're fun, but those are the ones where you get called crazy. So I just try to look up things that actually have facts, evidence behind it. I don't chase everything. Like, I'm not gonna say I believe in Sasquatch. I'm not gonna say I don't believe in Sasquatch either. Just saying, but at the exact same time, let's get real. Sasquatch, if he was real at this point, he's probably died of old age. Protect me! Holy hell. I am dead. It was close, but no prediction. Dead. Jesus was an alien. If he was real, he probably was. It'd only be the only explanation that would make sense. This God knows the answers. He can resurrect people. He can literally go to a party where they are, like, they're in after-party mode, where they're out of supplies, and he's like, guys, why bring supplies when you can instantly create supplies? Like, what if that was the thing? What if he was a God from the future? What if Jesus was really Jesus? Like, follow me here. Like, and he went from the future to the past with a 3D printer. And they're like, oh, we ran out of shit. And he's like, bro, I got you. Just, you know, find me something to plug this into. They didn't have anything. So they MacGyvered a battery. And from there, Jesus created more wine and fish and bread for a party. That's a terrible thing. It probably didn't happen. Most likely didn't happen. Definitely didn't happen the way I just said it did. If it did happen. But it's a fun thought. Mother monkey. This game and its damn camera angles sometimes. Oh, fuck you, Australasian. You bastard. What a slaughter. How much money the politicians are pocketing? Well, this is why I say it gets a little crazy sounding. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it now. The whole cover-up thing is like extraterrestrial. Loads of people love to believe that that is the biggest thing they love to cover up. It's just like extraterrestrial activity, people that have came and visited us from other planets. I mean, it could be true, but I doubt it. Like, to an extent, I think some of it is true. They've tried to cover it up. Like, back in the day, when it was happening, not so often. Now it's like, and you know, people say they see fucking UFOs going down the road nowadays. Like, so, using that as an example, you know, nowadays, like, talking about it's not so much as, just seen as crazy, I guess, is the best way to say. But more so conspiracies. We'll get on that. You know, that's really how it kind of goes. Yeah, politics is a hard one for me to really talk about. It's really, I'll be honest with you, I'm not follow NASA and the government and our movement to Mars, but the moment they start talking to me about, like, policies in our government and things that I can or cannot do, I'm just like, yeah, I'm out. I've got this weird ideal where, like, you know, a lot of people say move to the beat of your own drum. Go at your own pace. That is literally a motto that I live by every single day. So, basically, bluntly put, the way I like to live by is, if I want to do it, to be honest with you, I'm gonna do it. Like, even if, like, the government's like, oh, you can't do that, I'll be like, ugh, if I can figure out a way how, I probably will. Extraterrestrials? There actually is evidence behind that, Rez. Some things, as far as a lot of it goes, I don't think has been covered up as much, because a lot of it has been brought to relativity, but at the same time, you never know. Like, I actually watched a documentary, 2 days ago, about cover-ups. This is why I say I'm hit and miss with it. I love to think that the government would cover something up like that, but at the exact same time, it makes you wonder, like, you know, with so many people talking about it, at this point, like, what really are they covering up at that point? It's just like, I don't know. Again, I don't want to get too far into conspiracies. Like, that's, I love things with, like, evidence, you know, and UFOs and cover-ups, there's loads of evidence there, I'll give you that, loads of it, and that was, you know, within the documentary that I've had as well. But the thing that I hate about most of them is, 9 times out of 10, it'll be like an hour-and-a-half video about something like this, and this was basically how the one I watched the other day was too, which killed me. I loved the video, very informative, but what I hated was how they spent the video's an hour and a half. They spent 45 minutes talking about how the government just covered it up. Okay, and then the rest of the time they talk about the actual subject. Like, that's the part that kills me when it comes to conspiracies. I don't give a fuck what the government's trying to cover up with, or what they're trying to cover up. Just show me the shit. If aliens, like in those cover-ups, existed, you doubt they would want anything to do with humanity. Actually, the way that they look at it, the last that I've seen through scientists have been, their way of looking at it is, it's not that they're looking at us for the humanity that we live in. Like, every, I hate to say it like this, but conspiracy video basically thinks that all the life that visits us is a more advanced form of life. Kinda makes sense, you know, judging by the evidence that has been given to us, which is very little, yet at the same time a lot. But it's a lot of hearsay, mostly. It's mostly hearsay. Honestly, sadly. But like, that is also true. The government refuses to, like, release information. I totally agree with that. I like that, as well, but it goes back into the conspiracy thing. But this is the worst part that gets me, though. It's like, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it into words. The Pentagon also had a secret UFO program where they investigated the phenomenon. Yeah, I actually saw something about that in that video I just watched the other day. What I guess what kills me the most is, it's like, some of the stories, you know? But a lot of people think mostly, like, every time there's one of these sightings, there is a reoccurring kind of like a theme, if you will. And the theme basically is, it's every time we have a nuclear advancement about to happen. And then you'll have like there was this one time when they were trying to try out, I can't even remember what kind of bomb it was. It was a new type of bomb they were trying to test out, and apparently there was this ship that came out of nowhere and like hit it from 4 points, and this bomb that they just created died instantly. It was some nuclear weapon of some sort. And like, a lot of people think that's the whole reason that any time extraterrestrial life visits us, it's literally to stop us from doing something completely retarded or something violent. So, which is weird to think, because if they would be doing something with a weapon to destroy a weapon, it's slightly killing violence with violence, but at the same time it's like just kind of neutralizing a problem. And maybe, I don't know, like a lot of people think that they would be passive because of that, and it makes you wonder. But that is a big thing though. Apparently that is a theme that goes down, like every time we have some kind of either technological advancement toward weaponry, or we have a new weapon already being created or being tested, and that's usually apparently where they have a lot of those sightings. And this is the part that gets me, where it gets to the very conspiracy stuff, is the people who will see like a satellite in space, you know, we see the red light flash, or maybe you see a phone tower from a distance, or and maybe the lights on the tower malfunctioning, or people see helicopters, or even airplanes sometimes, and instantly want to call it a UFO. That's the biggest and hardest point about extraterrestrial visiting Earth now, and even trying to talk about it with a lot of people, because anytime you talk about it, you've got 3 people in a room already. There's probably a lot more, but I'm just going to use 3 people in a room for an example. You've got the guy talking about it, the guy who believes you, that literally is lying about seeing something similar like it, or just thinking he saw something similar to it and just sounds crazy. And then this person over here that just looks at both of you like you are legit crazy. They don't think there's other life. We're here. We're gonna die eventually, and that's it. It's over. So, like, there's always the three perspectives to look at in that situation. That's what makes it really hard. If you look at my situation on the place that I live in, you know, the fourth option here, this one is the big one. Religious factors being pointed into everything. Always in the area that I live in. That is a huge thing. Loads of people love to get in on the religion. It's like, oh, well, you know, Jesus didn't talk about aliens. Like, actually, believe it or not, in the area that I live, we have fossils. We have fossils, okay? There are fossils. Proof. Evidence. Proof that dinosaurs existed. People in the area that I live in, literally, I would bet 75% of them don't even believe in dinosaurs. They just like the idea. 25% believe, I believe. Maybe. Could be lower than that. The rest of them will literally stand in the dinosaurs weren't in the Bible. So, yeah, they probably aren't real. What? What? Fossils exist in museums. Go visit one. That is a legit thing, though. How rare a kind of planet like Earth is, you can understand why they'd not want to fuck it up. That is true. That is true. That's why I believe, like, maybe there was something like which really, another documentary that I was watching today about astronomers and astrology is they can actually look into solar systems, other solar systems now, because of a actual telescope that they launched into space. And basically, they can look through a telescope, through this telescope, or they can look through digital feed of this telescope and look at other planets in other solar systems. And they've already found similar solar systems like ours, with planets in them, like ours, that could fully contain life. They have plentiful water, and so many other things. I love that, too. I love that. That is an awesome thing. But that is true, though. Like, you know, like, let's give that as a ratio. You know, if there's one planet in every solar system where life can exist, it is kind of a rarity. And if that is another thing, you know, that's excluding if Mars doesn't have life, and if Mercury never existed with life. But, like, I don't know. It just makes you wonder, you know? But I'm going to have to take another quick restroom break. Hopefully this clicks soon. We'll see if it does it. I'll come back, do some mass carnival stuff, shenanigans. I'll be right back. I'll leave the music playing. When I come back, we can keep these conversations rolling. Okay. You are religious. There's nothing wrong with that, honestly. Religion is honestly really comforting to a lot of people, so completely understandable. Starting to sound like zealots. True big difference. Could be. Could be. I don't really know, though. You know, it's hard to say as far as things go. But, like, if that is, like, let's look at that. Like, what if technology and the heavens, if there were a thing, like, what if that is it, you know? Like, what if it's, like, some sort of, like, some technological, I hate to say it that way, but it's the best way to put it, like, some technological future advancement. And, like, maybe if they did travel back here, they could only stay briefly for a certain amount of time to make a simple change and go back before something happens. It's far-fetched. And definitely, if you are religious, take everything I say on my streams with a grain of salt. I'm agnostic as hell. That is my standpoint, just to be bluntly put about it. So, the queue! No! Lando, what's up? Yeah, it is. It's rough right now. I missed it. You know, that's the worst part. But it's okay. I'm on a Rumble rant anyway. But, and I got a few games in there already. But, yeah, I mean, if that was a possibility, that could be a thing. We are the AI. We could be. We could be. I wouldn't call it AI, though. Like, see, there's this theory. I talked about it the other day about, like time travel. How it goes? Sort of lurking. It's all good. And it's going pretty decent, Lando. I don't have work tomorrow, thankfully. And as far as, like, Rival Wings goes, they're doing everything all weekend long in this group that I'm in, so, I'm pretty confident I'll get some more games. I'm really late tonight anyway, so unfortunately I'm riding like the ass end of this like little stretch of people trying to run all this. But I'm trying to get something done on here. Probably about to switch over to the Blue Mage and just probably do some mass Carnival and keep the rambles going. But yeah. That is a possibility though. Like I was saying, Steven. Like I was saying the other day about time travel, people and scientists and theorists believe that if time travel existed, like I'd said, it already exists. If it's gonna exist, it's already happened. It's kind of the same way, you know, like, that's the thing about the further we push our life with technological advancements into the virtual world, the bestly put. Like, think of us now in an MMORPG, you know, you got old tumbles here. Like, we're steps. Like, they already have VR. So imagine Final Fantasy XIV VR. Boom, I put the headset on. Final Fantasy XIV VR. You know? Like, that's basically what it would be. Okay, once it goes from there, there's only so many more steps the virtual world can go. Okay, the theory that has been thought up of virtual reality, or the virtual world, being slowly progressed upon, is it's already been done. Somebody has already created a virtual world in a virtual society, and they're seeing it play out. And we're getting close to the point that they were already getting close to. So we're like slowly progressing our way to the point that are basically the point of transcendence is the best way to put it. Like, basically humans didn't have a heaven, so they created one, and it was the virtual world, a place where they couldn't die, a place where they literally could think of anything and have it. Which, we're slowly getting to that point of humanity now. Like, AI, like, the last step of AI is consciousness. And they're too afraid to give AI too much consciousness because they're afraid that AI is just gonna fucking kill us. Because humans are broken. We're like the most broken thing there is in the universe because we don't even know what the fuck we're here for. Like, we're so more advanced than everything that we know. We literally had to make something more advanced than us to calm us the fuck down, because we're just out here killing each other. Fucking eating and killing each other. That's like literally all prehistoric humans were doing. You know, and like, you know, pre-civilizations, I'll just use that, but I actually think that technology, sorta? It's just, I don't know, it's a lot to fathom, really. Makes you wonder. Let's go in. Let's face this golem. Basically the Matrix. Basically. I mean, we're kind of pushing there anyway, like Elon Musk trying to create the Neuralink. Like, we are, like, basically right there at being in the Matrix, you know, that being, using that for an example as a thing. But yeah, that's basically the idea, you know, like I said, if it exists, it kind of, it's a theory, really. But it's a good theory, because it makes so much sense. This thing has so much fucking health, and I just didn't even think about it. Well, we're getting somewhere. Starting to get too resilient to all the things that I've got now. I feel you, Steven. Honestly, if I had to really give my own recommendation to one, it would be Orobod Monastery. Oh, man. Although AlphaScape, you know, you got a lot of people really running a lot of that right now. So, also, you know, I guess dealer's choice on that one. Whatever you really want to put yourself through. Pick thy poison. Queued for Alpha Escape. Hopefully your Alpha Escape run goes well. $55%. I love that they give you so much top, though. $48%. Ah, fully resistant to the level 5 Petrify. That sucks. Why does June have to be so far away? I know what you mean. Honestly, like I talked about earlier, I thought about doing episode Arden tonight for Final Fantasy 15, but kind of just decided to jump in here and talk about some more crazy shit like I have been pretty usually. Regularly, I should say, here lately. And, also wanted to do a little bit more here with the Blue Mage, hoping I could get a little bit more of a Hidden Gorge in there. Luckily, pretty much everything I wanted to do, I was able to jump in there and do tonight. But, yeah, I feel ya. I would love for Shadowbringers to be here so we could just, like, engulf ourselves in a lot of the story. Anybody got any good speculations on what they think's gonna happen? I'd enjoy to hear about that. It's kind of crazy how it looks like they're gonna have a nice little Final Fantasy VIII kind of feel to it, especially with like the upcoming raid series and everything. I'm excited about that. I hope it is very Final Fantasy VIII like esque. Like, it would be awesome if they based all of the raids around. I know it's called Eden, but it'd be nice if they like based them all around the Balam Garden, and the well, just all the gardens that all the seeds have to like go through. It'd be so amazing. %. 14%. %. 5%. You personally predict that Raban and the Resistance is, sorry to say, die from the Black Rose and push the Warrior of Lot to the breaking point. Damn! It's oddly specific. Could be, though. Raban's been through a lot of shit. I hate to say it, like, so bluntly put, but, like, you know, I mean, if he did die, I mean, he is a major death that would make a lot of sense to happen. And we know something is literally gotta have to happen to push that turning point, like you're saying, but also, it's kind of like a reoccurring thing they've done at the beginning and the end of every single, like, expansion that I've seen and played so far. People die in this game, and this game is straight up like fucking Game of Thrones. They pull you into like a bunch of motherfuckers. They think that you, like, they let you think they're gonna live, and then they kill them off. And sometimes they randomly bring them back. Like, this whole child Menphilia thing I'm not really understanding, but, okay. We'll roll with it. But, yeah, that's a big thing. It would make a lot of sense, Steven. Could happen. We'll see. Got this into bag. Yeah. Had it. Luckily, it wasn't too difficult. It's just a little slow, really. You know, it's kind of the thing about the blue mage here. He's got loads of status element moves, not many direct damage moves. Or that's the standpoint I'm at with Mon. You know, I know there's loads of other people out there much further with their blue mage than I am. I finally got mine to 50 just a few days ago. Give me a moment to take a quick restroom break. I'll come back. I'm gonna be on here just for a little while longer. Not too much longer, really. I started up late tonight. I'm pretty tired, pretty hungry. And I have a lot of things I actually want to try to do this weekend. So, I'm going to be on for a little while still, but I'll be right back. Give me just a moment. Okay. For some odd reason, you just feel like something bad is going to happen, causing our character to feel less caring and more detached from people. I mean, that could be a thing. I mean, look at it, the point that he's already now, like, all the scions are currently unavailable. Best way to actually put it. Gentleman prefers swords. Arena bat, arena wolf. Okay, I can probably handle this. This is going to be slow, because they're all going to be reaping damage off this. If I could pull the wolf away from the bats and get that going, it'd work out so much better. That bad breath didn't hit any of them. Why was he even pointed in the other direction? They really gave these things a lot of health. Can't wait till we get to see some new abilities reworked. Yeah, I'd like to see that too. Honestly, I really want to see that next step for the summoner. You know, I've talked about it for a very long time now, but there really isn't, you know, there's not really much farther they can really go with that. Like, we already summoned Bahamut. Well, the wolf is at 56%. One of these bats, for some reason, has a little less health. I don't really get why. He's the weak link right now. We're getting somewhere, though. Slowly but surely, I suppose. %. I feel like if they've got some crazy maneuvers and moves, they're about to start pulling them out. I'm going to try to be a little bit more strategic if I can. Health's getting way low. Ooh, way too low. %. Never know what the dev team has up their sleeve. That's very true. Sometimes they're pretty tricky with it as well. Where it looks like they're painting such a vivid image of the future, and then they just switch it up on you. You're like, whoa. Didn't see that coming. Shit. I'm not gonna survive this. Just, MP got the best of me in here. I need a better strategy than what I had. There's gotta be a better one. I'm sure I could do this. If I could actually pinpoint them out to actually go a little differently, I guess, it would work out a lot better. But that's just the thing. It's almost impossible to pull one of these at a time. They'll come at you all at once. But maybe, just maybe, it didn't work out the way I wanted at all. They'll probably take inspiration from other Final Fantasy games if need be. I mean, I'm always about that. I love the inspiration from other Final Fantasy games they usually pull into this. You know, I feel like the blue mage would be a little bit more fixed if it had more of a damage over time kind of thing going on like the summoner has. Like, it has a lot of good core moves that it can use, but if it really had something that was more focused on damage over time, it would really save this class a lot of trouble, I feel like. Because, like, basically you have to use status elements, not damage over time status elements, like just regular status elements, and your own MP with, like, direct attacks that are kind of, like, not that great, to be honest with you. So, I honestly kind of feel like if they did actually kind of, like, maybe there is some that I'm not using or I haven't, you know, obtained just yet, but, like, a good damage over time factor would add so well into the blue mage's works. Because this is so slow, trying to fight this way. It almost feels like I'm really not even getting anywhere, practically. 1% at a time. $49%. $39%. $33%. Oh shit, that was 35. 29% on this bat. %. Honestly, you feel like they're using the blue and Eureka to test how elemental damage will work? Maybe. I mean, I guess it makes sense. But they should have... I don't know. There's so much, like, I could critique the blue mage. Like, I love the class. I like how they did it, but at the same time, I hate how they did it. I love how they made you use enemy moves. I don't necessarily like all the ones they chose. It's like they chose, like, some of them are kind of pointless, to be honest with you, you know? Like level 5 Petrify. Sounds good on paper. Actual use in the game, kind of pointless. Most things are pretty resilient to it, so... I don't really get the point of its existence, kind of thing. Getting there. This bat's almost got 9%. %. 3% on the bat. 1% on the bat. Sorry, I'll get the music going back up. I don't know what happened. It probably just hit the end of a loop. Hit the old, are you still listening kind of thing. I just want to finish this out. I'm having a good little streak with it here. Don't want to fuck up my little rotation I've got going on. The other bat is now at 11%. Okay, let's see if I can hurry up and get this going again. Uh-oh. Of course, YouTube. 9%. Then all that will be left is the wolf. And the wolf. Let's do it. They're gonna hit hella hard. That's true. When they get there. It's a matter of time, really. I mean, it's potentially gonna be a very powerful class. There's just a lot of things they're gonna have to do that is gonna have to work out with it, in my opinion. One of them being the biggest thing there is so far that they're gonna have to work out is... Well, generally speaking, this thing has a lot of flaws as far as a class goes. It's not good to tank with. It's not that great to heal with. And the DPS alone that it does actually do is also kind of mediocre as well, so... there's a lot of reworking that's going to actually have to be done with this in Tom. Oh my fucking god. Holy fuck, that move is strong. What? I hate that he'll just, like, cast his little fucking bad breath whichever direction he's staring, which it makes sense, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, what the fuck, guy? Why are you even staring off in the corner? $59%. Fuck that move. What the fuck? I don't think I'm gonna win this one. This many fucking arena beetles out of fucking nowhere? What the fuck is this shit? This is another thing, like, I don't really have a move that does, like, a single amount of damage to one thing. And everything I do now with 1,000 needles is getting split up by a lot. He's raising the blue cap and giving it more content. That would be really hard. Really, like, I can hands down say what needs to be done to this class. They just need to give better fundamental useful moves. Take away half, like, I don't know why, like, more than half of my moves are status elements that pretty much do the same thing like if I were to cast just bad breath. It definitely needs a lot of reworking. Definitely. To be honest with you, Blue Mage is kind of broken. God damn it. Laser off? I don't think so. Glower, maybe? Yeah, that didn't go well. I don't know. I think I might be kind of like getting close to calling it for the night anyway. Like I was saying earlier, I got on here late. I had a long, full day at work. I'm getting pretty tired. Plus, I mean, don't get me wrong. A lot of this Blue Mage stuff is fun. But again, there's so many things that, yes, Glower. I mean, it's okay. But against, like, a lot of group focus like that, I mean, I'm not saying it's not doable. I'm not saying it's not. Like, you can sit there and grind. I got pretty close right there. It's just, I feel like if the Blue Mage is going to work out, like, better, they got to do better than this. Like, the moves that I've got now are all right, but they're not that great, to be honest with you. I might have to get some problem moves or something that I'm lacking. Glower hits everything in its path. I mean, it's an okay move, but I mean, it's not that much stronger than 1,000 Needles. Maybe it would have been a little bit stronger if I'd used it a little bit more. I mean, yeah, it really wasn't that much more big of a difference. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call it anyway and get out of here for the night. I'm getting pretty tired, getting pretty hungry as well. Not to mention, like I'd said earlier, I've had a full day ahead of me. Kind of just ready to kind of kick it down. I just wanted to at least get in here tonight, maybe try to get it on some Rival Wings, while there's still some people trying to jump in on that, and then also trying to get in a little bit of Blue Mage Shenanigans. Also, just really want to stream tonight. I've been trying to keep more active with it again here lately. You know, I had the brief real off break, and just trying to, like, you know, keep myself pretty active with things, not trying to lose touch. The sad part is, with this last patch, they didn't really give us a whole lot of anything. So, not a whole lot to grind right now, other than everything we've had to grind for about the last 4 months now, closing in to probably the next 7. By the time Shadowbringers gets here anyway. But everybody, I am going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much for watching. It's been cool. It's been a great night. You know, I didn't really accomplish a whole lot. I did a couple Blue Mage things, and got a few Rival Wings out there. Got a win in. Hopefully tomorrow I can be on earlier like I plan to. My plan tomorrow is to be able to jump on earlier, do more Rival Wings, and honestly, with the Blue Mage here, I need to start taking on a few other things. Doing some, just gaining some more moves that are actually doing damage. Like I said, a lot of the ones that I have now, personally, are a lot of just status elements. And it's cool having them, fighting every creature out here, but get me in a situation where I need to be strong, and I have to do it by myself, like the Masked Carnival there. It's really difficult with just a shit ton of status elements, so I'm going to have to do something to get some more moves there. But, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here for the night. Thank you all so much for watching. Mira, glad you could get in here, and hopefully the birthday weekend goes super well. Steven, thank you so much. Rez, good night to you as well. Thank you also, Rez, for jumping in here and stick around, keeping up those good conversations. And Rez and Steven, thank you so much for putting up with me and a lot of the crazy things I've been talking about here. Like, I love that you both can jump in on the same page and just equally, you know, push back and put out as much as I'm also saying as well. A lot of good theories and hypothesis going out there. Love hearing about it. We'll be back tomorrow again. Got to be on actually a couple hours or a few hours earlier to do some Rival Wings, and we'll see what else happens. That'll be tomorrow, though. Until now, or until then, I should say, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for watching. The Primal ones are a pain. I can only imagine. If the Masked Carnival's a pain, the Primal has to be so more of a pain. I can only imagine. But, everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, I'm gone. Take it easy, everybody. Have a great weekend if you can't catch the rest of the streams this weekend. And until next time. It's a strange world we live in. Be a part of the change and a part of the future. Go with the flow. Enjoy life. Until next time.